A rock that had been cultivating its power for millions of years suddenly exploded and gave birth to a stone monkey. From the moment he was born, he had laser eyes, and the beam shot straight up to the heavenly palace, nearly blinding the Jade Emperor. The Jade Emperor's beloved little cat was knocked down to the mortal world in the chaos. As they say, one day in heaven is 1 year on earth. The kitten quickly cultivated into a cat demon. Meanwhile, after I was born, I fell in with a troop of monkeys and even latched onto one of them as my mother, but this group was extremely clannish and picked on me constantly. Then one day, the cat demon showed up out of nowhere and snatched one of the young monkeys. Without missing a beat, everyone pointed the finger at me and called me a jinx. The village chief ordered the other monkeys to pelt me with coconuts. With no other choice, I left. A few years later, I had grown up. During that time, I found a master and trained under him, picking up a whole arsenal of powerful skills, and I got a name, Sun Wukong. One day, while the village chief was holding a meeting, the cat demon showed up again and went after one of the young monkeys. I rushed back to Flower Fruit Mountain and stepped up to stop her, but I didn't have a decent weapon on me and got sent flying with one punch. A little monkey was taken away, and this is already the 108th one in recent years. The village chief once again put the blame squarely on me. If I was ever going to beat a demon, I needed a real weapon, and that weapon was in the hands of the Dragon King of the East Sea. Without a second thought, I dove into the ocean. The village chief had been hoping to use this as a way to send me to my death, but he had seriously underestimated me. At that moment, the Dragon King was in the middle of celebrating his 8,000th birthday. While no one was paying attention, I swam over to the divine pillar and was stunned to find that it could actually talk.
You're looking for the most powerful being? No way! I'm actually on a quest for the ultimate weapon. You were just a little smaller. Maybe I could... Oh, whoa! Is this part of the show?
What is happening?
Look out!
Someone's stealing the grand column. Is that a monkey?
After getting my hands on the ruby golden staff, I hauled it back to Flower Fruit Mountain. With the staff in play, it launched itself and smacked the cat demon all the way up to the heavenly palace. After that, the monkeys hailed me as their king, but the village chief still wouldn't give me his blessing, saying that if I truly wanted to be the ruler of Flower Fruit Mountain, I had to take down 100 demons. I got right to it, hit the road, and knocked out 99 of them in no time. The 100th was said to be hiding in a nearby village. I spotted a big burly man dragging a little girl and sent her flying without a second thought because I had already seen through her disguise with my fiery golden eyes. She dropped the act immediately and transformed into Red Boy, and we went at it right then and there. Red Boy came at me hard, but I brushed off every attack without breaking a sweat. To wrap things up fast, I made him a bet. If he could hold on to the golden staff for 10 seconds, I'd admit defeat. The second he grabbed it, the staff sent him spinning in circles. A moment later, it drove him straight into the ground. Just like that, I had taken down number 100 and checked off the task. But the village chief still wouldn't budge. He claimed I wasn't worthy of the golden staff, and that he would only recognize me as the king of Flower Fruit Mountain if I became an immortal. So how was I supposed to become an immortal? Right then, the golden staff clued me in. If I went down to the underworld and crossed my name out of the book of life and death, I'd live forever. And isn't living forever basically the same as being an immortal? The catch was, I couldn't read, and I had no idea how to get to the underworld. Just then, a young boy came running after me and said he could show me the way, but only if I took him on as my student. Turns out Shaolin was from the same village I'd just been in. He had watched me take down Red Boy like it was nothing and decided he wanted to learn from me, become an immortal. I said yes. With Shaolin leading the way, we came to a pond. I lowered the golden staff into the water, and a portal appeared on the surface almost immediately. We jumped in and made it to the underworld without a hitch. I demanded the Book of Life and Death from the King of Hell, but he flat out refused, so I decided to find it myself. The King of Hell wasn't going down without a fight, though he wrote out the character for open and conjured up countless copies of himself. I yanked out a fistful of monkey hair, gave it a blow, and summoned a whole crowd of clones to take them all on, and won easily. Then I forced him to hand over the Book of Life and Death, and with Shaolin guiding me, I crossed out my own name. Just like that, I had made myself immortal. But Shaolin told me I'd been had. Having an immortal body wasn't the same as being a true immortal, so I made up my mind to head to the heavenly court and find the real path to immortality. Meanwhile, the King of Hell scrambled to go cry to the Jade Emperor. When the Jade Emperor heard that some monkey had been causing trouble in the underworld, he couldn't have cared less and went right back to his party. Little did he know, I had already found my way into Taishang Laojun's alchemy lab. Once inside, I grabbed the bottle and was about to knock it back.
Nothing.
Hey, don't drink that!
I'm just smelling it.
Don't smell anything!
Turns out it was a special beauty elixir that Taishang Laojun had made specifically for the Queen Mother. Just one drop could make her look 80 years younger. I drank the whole thing. The moment it hit my system, I shrank back down to my childhood form, and my mind reset to that of a baby. That's when Shaolin seized the moment and swiped the golden staff. As it turned out, he had been a spy sent by the Dragon King the whole time. Shaolin's hometown had been suffering through a drought for years, and he had crossed paths with the Dragon King, who was on the hunt for the golden staff. The two of them struck a deal. Shaolin would get the staff back and the Dragon King would bring rain. But right at that moment, I crawled into the alchemy furnace. Shaolin couldn't bring himself to leave me there. He pulled me out and used an antidote to restore me back to normal. Then the two of us started brewing an immortality potion following a formula from one of the books. Just then, the Queen Mother showed up to collect her beauty elixir, only to find it completely gone. She exploded with rage and started throwing hands on the spot. Shaolin was so close to finishing the immortality potion, but he couldn't get it to pour out. I tossed him the golden staff to help, and once it was ready, he handed the potion over to me, but the furious Queen Mother smashed it with one strike. Then she hit me with a high voltage lightning bolt and knocked me out cold. That's when Shaolin shoved the golden staff into my mouth, and there was just enough immortality potion still clinging to it, and just like that, I finally became a true immortal. The Queen Mother kept blasting me with lightning, but with every strike I grew bigger and bigger, absorbing all that electricity straight into myself. Realizing she was outmatched, she called for backup and brought in the Jade Emperor and the King of Hell. But I wasn't scared one bit. I grew the golden staff to full size and swung it right at him. They all grabbed onto it and refused to let go, so I just swallowed them whole, then spat them back out a second later. That's when the Buddha showed up. He made me a bet, saying I could never fly beyond the reach of his palm. I wasn't buying it, so I flipped a somersault and launched myself into the sky. I flew past the heavenly court and kept going, reached the moon in no time, blasted through the solar system, broke out of the Milky Way, and shot out into the vast open universe. I was convinced I had reached the very edge of existence, so I left my mark there. But I was wrong.
You never left my hand,
What?
Monkey King.
Wait a second. No! No, 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 no! Whatever just happened, that's cheating! Duo!
In the end, the Buddha pressed me under Five Elements Mountain and left me there to reflect on what I'd done. Then one day, Shaolin found me. He returned the golden staff and apologized for what he had done. I didn't hold it against him.
Thank you for everything.
It was the last time we ever saw each other. After that, Five Elements Mountain was sealed shut completely until 500 years later, that man came along.
Monkey, demons run wild across the land. The Buddha sent us to release you. Are you ready to join our journey to the west?
I have awoken with peace in my heart, and you wish for me to fight?
Well, yes.
And so, instead of journeying west with Tang Sanzang to retrieve the scriptures, I went back to Flower Fruit Mountain and lived out my dream, free and untamed, the one and only Monkey King. The story of your life is yours to write. May we all take our fate into our own hands.